Hello viewers, and welcome back to my radio repair channel. You guys caught me at breakfast. Yeah, it's been a while. I told you this for the ones who have seen previous videos. My hobby room is still not finished, but we're almost getting there. So I will show you guys around when I finished my breakfast. We're getting there. There is all the old bars that used to be there in that room are removed. One end there is a wall built, the other one is a new window fitted. My work table is made, but that's the one in the room where I will have the vise and the drilling machine and the grinder and all that sort of stuff. I also need a work table, of course, where I have my computer and where I do my radio repairs. So I ordered some of that stuff online. I got it in yesterday. Well, it's real flimsy stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. Maybe I keep the legs and put new worktops on it. So you better get a good carpenter, which you can still find over here, fortunately. Actually, that's the one that made the work table, but I will show you that. It's better to do that than ordering anything online, because I have ordered other stuff before, of which the quality is so extremely low. I don't even think we have that in Europe. That if you see like a metal box sections, you know, they look strong, but if you then look at the thickness of the material, it's like tin foil. That's how thick it is. I mean, if you put a bolt in it, you squeeze it already. I mean, that shouldn't even be possible. I mean, if you do the same thing in Aaswell, where I come from originally, if you tighten up a bolt that tight, you actually sooner break the bolt than that you manage to dent the material. Over here, that's the other way around. The bolts are stronger than the material you put the bolts in. So, but I'll show you that later. So let me finish my breakfast and I take you guys along to the other house and just show you around a little bit how far we got. So I finished my breakfast and I'll take you guys along to the other house. Yeah, might need to bring some keys, I'm not sure, as there are some people working there already and doing some painting, and they fixed the roof. Yeah, here we go. I quickly want to show you this. This is one of the houses, and as you see, it has no roof anymore. It's collapsed, and that's the roof structure is made out of wood, and it's untreated, so the woodworm gets a chance to chew on it, and then under its own weight it collapses after some time. As the house is not occupied, of course, and that's what you see a lot over here. That is a real shame. In my house I already replaced the whole roof structure with stuff they call baja ringan. It's you can see it on top of that house maybe. It's metal which is plated, so that should at least stop the woodworm from chewing on it. That's for sure. Alright, well, it's around the corner, we're almost there. So, just one more corner. Here we're getting to the other house. I will have my hobby room. It's a new roof on. See, everything is painted. New carport. So, and you see they're still painting, it's still not finished. Standing there on a ladder. Ja, selamat pagi. There they are. Painting the house, almost finished. Very good. There's some of the old pieces of roof. it's just a little bit better than the corrugated iron which was on the roof. Was leaking, so all the stuff is removed, it's new now. And, let's go inside and try to find the room. So, inside already looks a little different now, yeah? There's not that much stuff anymore. It's only a lot of mosquitoes. Some of that stuff went here. That's where the kitchen area is. Oh yeah, you have to put it somewhere. There's a few boxes with stuff that needs sorting. This one. I don't know what's inside. Some jars and stuff from the wife. I think if you throw it away, it would make a difference. There's one bedroom down here. See, this is a nice little bedroom. I like this one. Also has a new air condition fitted. It's nice. So there we go. There's a little staircase. It's a little bit too narrow for the average European guy. It does work. You can see it's all new paint. Here we go. And this is the corner where I'm going to have the computers and the repair area. As you can see, one of the tables is already up. It's really flimsy stuff, but well, it'll have to do. There's a new window. For the ones who've seen previous videos about this house, is that was not a window. There were just some bars. And the same on this end. Now, having bars here was no point, because the neighbors had raised their house, as you can see here on the outside. So I had bars here, and on the other side of the bars you would have a wall. So remove the bars, threw that all away. There were bars just like these here. So I moved that, threw that all away, put the wall up. This is a window X had left over from one of the other houses. They had fitted this window but didn't like it. So I threw that out and put the original windows back in there. And since I had this one left over, I thought like, well, better see if I can make it fit here. And always look better than the old bars that used to be there. And let me open some of the windows because it's really hot over here. It's just, yeah, the view is not so nice, but that doesn't really matter. At least it brings in light and some air. There you can see most of the stuff went here. It's my old printer, the computer. Here you find some of my radios. Some on this corner as well. They all need a little bit of attention, as of course they've been shipped from the other side of the world to here. Let me open this door and get to the... There is something not in order with this lock. No. Let me figure this out first. Alright, here we go. So, it's a little balcony which you could see from downstairs. It's have you ever seen this? I don't know if you can see it over the camera how crooked this is. This is cement made out of poured concrete. I mean, it must have been too hard for them to get it straight somehow, because it's tapered this way and it's tilted that way. Well, sort of, as a slowly, you know, like this is the high point and it slowly turns this way. I mean, how can you actually, well, I've seen more stupid shit, so. Alright, well, here it is, here's the update, here's of course the chairs again. Yeah, let me see out of the radios. Well, the one that's in the back which you can't see now. Move this up with this one. I brought before I shipped it, it was working, now it isn't anymore, so that needs investigation. This one, the nice one with the little record player inside, has some damage, as you can see. Yeah, it came a chip off. I have that chip, fortunately, in the bag here, so I can glue that back. But also, this this end came off, off. See, so it needs gluing back together. Fortunately the tone arm didn't break in half, but I did put a lot of styrofoam in there. So this needs a little attention. I don't know if this big old Philips stereo still works, I would have to test it. So that's all packaged by the moving company. Yeah? It's actually, most of it I packaged myself, and then the moving company said, oh, you don't have to do it, we have people who are used to do that kind of stuff and blah. Well, I'll tell you some more about it later, how that turned out. And here is my working area of this is a kind of work table I used to have in my garage, for the people who have seen previous videos of mine. It's more or less the same. This is made by a carpenter. It's good quality. It's actually too nice for this application, but it doesn't matter. Here's where I have the drilling machine, and there's a lot of stuff on it that needs sorting. Here's my vise. That's the one from Hunsbook, you know. Sockets, I didn't fit them myself. You can see that because I cut the protective sleeve off too long a little bit. You can't let them do anything really. If you want to have it done properly, you do it yourself. Alright, it works. So here's my one of my shelves with lots of stuff. All needs sorting. I just put it on the shelf. I have to put it somewhere, but this is nowhere near properly sorted, of course. Well, here's my sign. Still have to unwrap it, but I have to find something for that. I think I will have some plywood on top of that wall, where I can put a shelf and put all that other stuff there like I used to have it. And well, here it is. I will put an end to this video tonight, when it's time for a cold one, as usual, but at least you guys are updated now, and you know some more about it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, here just around the corner, this is a nice big size room, so to speak. You see it already, it's a massage table and a separate chair, massage mattress. Over here the masseuses do prefer to kneel down on the ground and massage you there, because they do. Can you stop making that noise? Because they can use their own weight to massage you, and otherwise everything has to come out of their hands, out of the muscles. So I have to close the door. It's unbelievable. So this is my massage area. I actually did already use it, but because they had to paint everything, everything is moved out and there's a lot of dust. So yeah, most of the dust is cleaned up. It needs cleaning again, and I have to sort the boxes out and everything. And this is. But then I have my massage area, and I really love having massages. It's great. It's Indonesian traditional massage is really nice. I always enjoy them, and will enjoy them more in the future. Eens even kijken. Can we turn this around? Yeah, well, you can see I'm really sweating here. It's always been very, very hot. So I hope they're finished making noise. I can have the door open for a little bit of draft. Draft is the name of my beer, by the way. But we see that tonight when I put an end towards this video. At least you guys are updated, you know some more about it now. And well, like I said, I will see you guys tonight. Now here we are, getting towards the end of the video. As usual, of course, it's beer drinking time. Now I didn't have any fancy beer at the moment. It's just the beer that I always drink in the evening when I'm here. Draft. It's made by the Bali High breweries. Bali High brewery is since 1975, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not a very young brewery, but also not a very old one. So there we go. Open the tin. I found something that could go for a beer glass. So my brother-in-law didn't like that other glass I was drinking out of, but I didn't have anything else. I totally forgot to bring my, my trusty old Amstel beer glass. It's made out of thin glass, which is actually rather nice to drink out of. But, well, Proost. It's nice and cold beer after a hot day. Well, actually it's still hot, it's still about 27 degrees Celsius here. And we just had a little rain. So yeah, it's not bad. Yes, well, some people ask me like how did it go with moving and everything, and what my experiences are to move your goods over such a long distance. Basically the other side of the world. Well, I'm somewhere in the middle with that. If you look at how much it cost to get it shipped, now we did use, what was it called again? Forgot, well, you don't have the whole container to yourself. It's, you know, let's say three different people who want to move their stuff to the same country, and then they fill the container up, so you have only costs per square meter. So that's of course better than having to rent a whole container, a shipment container yourself. But how did I like it? Well, the thing is that a lot of my stuff I already packaged myself. Later, the moving company who came to pick, well, who was supposed to come to collect all the stuff, had said to me, oh well, you don't have to package everything, we have specialists working for us and they will do the packaging. So well, I already had to clean out my house anyway, so a lot of it is already packaged and been put in the garage. You can go through it, but I know what the contents are, and maybe it makes it easier. Alright. Now looking back at it, everything I packaged myself actually arrived in one piece. A lot of what their specialist packaged was broken. So I'm talking about Chinaware, you know, of course that breaks easy, I know, but about, let's say 60% of all the Chinaware I packed myself. That arrived in one piece. Everything that's been packaged by the specialist, well not everything but a lot, was broken. Could be coincidence, of course, I don't know that. Same goes for my vintage radio collection. The ones that I packaged myself arrived in one piece. The ones that they packaged, there's only two of them, both have some damage on them. It's fortunate, it's the kind of damage that's repairable, so you can't see it anymore afterwards, so that's the good news about it, but it only shows, you know. Then another thing, you do not only pay for the shipment to the other side of the world, but you also have to deal with the customs. Now normally they would have a rate like, household goods, it's only a small percentage that you would have to pay on tax over it. But another thing is, and that's really typical for this country, they will find something in your goods that, oh hang on for a second, this cat is really getting on my nerves. I don't mind it asking for food, but the way it does it pisses me off. Yeah, shut up. He'll get his food later. So, right, where was I? But they will find something within your household goods that they consider not to be household goods, so they can fine you. Those fines are, well, pretty heavy, so to speak. I paid about $900 US on 12 cubic meters of goods. So yeah, if you take it all together, you're like, oh, okay, well, but that was more or less to be expected. You know, that's a thing I don't like. Then there's a lot of stuff that I bought, of course, of which I realize now that I'm probably never going to need it, but that's with everything. I think it doesn't really matter whether you move to the other side of the world or maybe only 50 kilometers away, it'll be the same thing. So is it worthwhile doing it? Yes and no. Yes, if there are goods that are really special to you, like things you got from your parents. Like I have some items that used to belong to my dad that have a meaning to me. So those items, yes, I'm happy I brought those over. I packaged them myself and then nothing happened with it. Most of the other stuff, I really don't think it was worth it. You know, apart maybe from this chair I'm sitting in, I have two of these. They're nice, comfortable, lazy chairs, but on the other hand, I'm somewhere in the middle with it, because I could have sold it in the Netherlands, but what would I got for it? I know how much they have cost, you know, and hardly been used, and then you get not even a tenth of what I paid for it. Now I can buy these types of chairs over here as well. I actually tested them and sat in it, and I'm like, oh well, that's a comfortable chair as well, so I might as well, you know. So, I don't know, I took these chairs with me because it was a shame to have to put them, to have to sell them for just a handful of pennies. I mean, it wouldn't make me rich or poor at the same time. Let me have another sip, I get a dry throat. Then the shipment company, dus the one in the Netherlands, in Den Haag, it's called Windmill Forwarding. They obviously really don't seem to give a shit about how it turned out. You could maybe imagine if you have a customer that actually paid for transportation, for moving his goods to the other side of the world, that afterwards you like to know how it went. You could send me maybe a standard email or so, like, oh, tell me about your experiences, is there anything, or blah blah blah. Nothing. They just don't seem to give a shit. So that's another reason to actually really not have too much stuff to ship, because they're not interested. So that's me ranting a little bit, but hey, that's just how I feel about it, you know. But I think that's nowadays the world we're living in. The people actually really don't give a shit about you or anything at all. You know, as long as they can fill their pockets over your back, they're good. And that is the shipment company, that is the company on this side of the world. It's the customs. By the way, the shipment company who is on this side, who actually unloaded the goods from the boat, they're the ones who dealt with the customs, and they very conveniently paid the fine for me, so I had to pay them instead of the customs. The point, however, is that I never got to see the original bill from the customs, so it might as well be just a load of shit, you know, just to generate some extra money. But whichever way, I don't give a shit. It's done, it's over. You have seen my hobby room, it's close to getting finished. Well, there are more little things you need to do here and there. I need to have this board on the wall again, you know, where I can put my things on, my test equipment, and the little, you know, cabinet with the little drawers in, with all the spare capacitors and resistors and all this kind of stuff. But that's all little stuff. As soon as I have that done, I'm going to make a video about it, of course. And like I said, I have a few broken radios now, so there will be enough material to make new content. Alright, well, this is it. It's a bit different video than we normally would have. But nevertheless, thank you very much for watching. And Proost. And hope to see you next time.